Coming off the back of something as destructive of watching Higurashi, moving back into something a little more light-hearted, one that I can just sit down and enjoy and ignore the troubles of my life. Although, maybe introducing some new ones, muscle pain and cramps, and the ever-looming presence of having to spend money. But with our main girl actually getting on with things, finding a new road bike that she is so attached to, and on sale, I feel like she might be able to reach new heights, or distances. And also, if she can make it a little further on that mountain trail, maybe she won't be so disappointed in herself. Kind of like Yuru Camp, I just want to see the environment, the conversations at play between all the characters here, and maybe a few dumb antics along the way. Sounds good about now. She has a lot of work on her schedule. Well, whenever there's a day off or time for her to close the door, walk away, you might not want to see this. Just leave her to her own delusions. There's nothing that can't be solved here without intense therapy. But yeah, her actually having on her calendar all the days that she's got to work. Well, I guess that's what it would be with shift work. I would be hopeless if I didn't write it down somewhere. But considering that she has is considering this new road bike, the cost a little bit extravagant for her in the minute, but after long and grueling days, finally being able to afford it, what about all the extra accessories and the like that go alongside? Also, would she be so enamored and enthralled and so still engulfed in the world of cycling if it wasn't for all of them cheering her along? Personally, I think that's what I need to continue being invested in half of my hobbies. Do you think she can wait? It's good that her when it's so compact and foldable. Although now actually having to put the time in to fix it up every time she wants to ride it, or and take it on the train and whatnot. Oh, like, so it's not all too bad. Some of the extra expense has been covered thanks to for the friends there. Oh no. Is she gonna need some, like, seat covers or anything on this one? How much is she going to pay attention to the ins and outs here? Is she actually got a notebook? Well, her first little trip here. How much different is she actually going to find it compared to her little foldaway one? Don't. Don't just ride down any drain covers or anything. Is it quite a bit lighter than what she was used to? I'm not sure we needed the angel wings and whatnot, but slightly better than another E.T. reference. Is a chain stuck, or is... Needs to get there's a little bit of getting used to here. Compared to her reliable little Ponta. I wonder if he's going to be getting jealous at all. She'll have to apologise profusely. Huh. I've not actually thought about the posture and position of actually how you got to keep yourself while riding. Personally, I would have no issue with it, but maybe after a long day, she's starting to feel it. But compared to the times where she has been, falling behind, maybe being able to actually keep up now, slight incline is no longer an issue. What is the next steps for her, though? Because when she started off, that sense of freedom that she had when she first got a bike, and now reaching even greater heights with this. Is she feeling any wear or tear after the first ride? Apparently not. But what's going to be her first roadblock? Comes with experience. Bad back and neck. I feel that. This acquaintance. Have we had a brief encounter before? No, she's gonna make a stand. No one's allowed to join. Surprising. Or on a bike trip. It's almost like they've seen each other before. Is her memory not too great? Maybe being remembered for being the one that a dog accosted might not be the best way to have like first impressions. She took a step up in the world. Is she going to use the same expression like she's been given wings? She's she's now in the same kind of realm as all the others. Although I guess having someone so elated with getting into cycling in this case enjoying an... Oh, is that the wind? Uh, Having someone enjoy the hobby that you're so invested in as well must be quite enjoyable to see. I mean, eyewear is particularly difficult to understand. You've seen the others wear them. So how much is this going to add on top of her already large expense? I mean, a pair of swimming goggles would work for basic eye protection for a while if she really needs it. But kind of like when I went snowboarding all those years ago, all the extra equipment, safety precautions, and whatnot, piling up the costs. Just when you think you've budgeted well, and then it all just compounds even more. That's not enough for her. She wants to go now. There's no, there's no brakes on her now. This is gonna have to be a solo adventure. She just has other things to do. Got to wash her hair. Even if she's not surrounded with her friends there now, there's something stopping her. Does she know the way back? She's... What's with this camera angle? Compared to a few episodes ago... So I was right, but also compared to a few episodes ago, who would she have even thought herself capable of going on a ride like this by herself? You would not usually see so many people being conscientious here and actually... You're gonna have a little road battle, are you? Alright, just trying to keep up, not overtake. No. Remember what we said about small road bumps or anything? Did she bring any first aid kit? Broken arm? Ah, no. Got someone visiting her at work. I mean, we knew about the Chinese dress. We heard about the bunny ears, but I was not expecting her to actually go along with it. What is this establishment? I mean, it definitely gets the point across of the why some of these people come to this place. I think her attitude is half of it. Ah, okay then. To be fair, if I got paid twice for wearing various outfits, I might not think twice about it. Just saying. And they will be even more worried when she has to be brought back in an ambulance. And hopefully she hasn't completely butchered her wheels either for hitting that kind of pothole. Oh, is it just a flat? Did say you might need a puncture repair kit. She has the thing, she doesn't know how to use it though, does she? No matter how prepared you've got, no matter how prepared you are with the actual bits and pieces, something goes on somewhere, doesn't it? I mean, she'll just soldier through. And considering how much effort that she's put in so far, it would be such a waste if she was to throw in the towel. She just wants to nurture the spirit and the love of cycling. Considering that they are new friends and joining them on this cycling life. Well done. Now put it back on the frame. Saw that coming. Overfilling it with extra pressure. Be careful this time, Jesus. out in the out in the sticks, middle of nowhere. Gotta wait for some hero to pass by. Well, amongst them, maybe there's at least one person there that might be able to help. She did. She doesn't. I mean, she wasn't. She doesn't know the great way of actually repairing the tire. Having people that are invested, like the amount of money and time that you put into something, like they would with cycling here, would you just pass up someone when they've got an issue like that? If it was around here, then yes, you'd ride past without even looking back. And now the chain comes off. Is she worried about actually setting off now? Does she not remember which direction it is? Oh. I wasn't expecting the quiet moment. No backing track, nothing to distract, just the sound of tyre on road. pavement. Is the ice cream going to feel bittersweet after everything that she has went through? No. Or is it better shared? Huh. She was kind of hoping for someone to respond to her and take notice. If she's out here a little later than she expected. So she was nearby. Thought, you know what? Ice cream sounds good. Definitely not just making sure that she's okay. Definitely not checking on her at any point. She's just gonna watch her eat it now. What an intense conversation. There are still many things for her to learn. She likes cycling, but maybe it's the company. How long is that enthusiasm going to last? Maybe, going off and cycling by herself once in a while isn't too bad. Just, she would need some more puncture repair kits. Well, you can't disagree with that smile, can you? I think amongst, well, how much more susceptible are the road bike tires to punctures? I mean, probably a lot more, but I don't. I mean, the amount of shit that I put my old bike through and never had an issue, even when like a fifth of the spokes were completely broken and bent. The wheel was continuing on fine, no issues there. I'm pretty sure my bike could have made it through the apocalypse. How much are the inner tubes per tube if she's gonna rupture a few of them along the way? How much money down the drain is that? I don't know how also sickly sweet it's going to be with her loving every aspect of the cycling. I think I might be overloading myself on wholesomeness. If I'm watching long riders here and then in a day or so watching Yuru Camp, it'd be too much too much coziness. I will say though, there have been times where if I'm out and for some reason had some task to do, which I ended up having to walk to, getting there or most of the way there and thinking, you know what, I did well today. An ice cream or something. A little prize or pick me up for a hard journey. Some incentive to actually get you through the rest of the trip. I wonder just how much I'd have to cycle to counteract every bit of dessert that I'll have as a little present to myself. But I also agree with her on some fundamental level. If I was to go out cycling, doing it by myself, probably wouldn't last all too long. If within a friend group of people pushing you, keep lending a helping hand and pushing you forward, there'd be almost no way to back out of it at that point. Is there going to be anyone that she runs into that isn't going to lend some sort of helping hand? Are there any particular hobbies that people can pick up where it is insular, where they don't want to help each other? I think if someone was sincerely interested in wanting to get into one of the many hobbies I've ever actually started to try, I probably wouldn't be able to help myself from being a bit enthusiastic and wanting to help them all the way through it. Until they become better at it than me, in which point they need to go down. At least that's how it felt when I was still painting Warhammer stuff. They did not like it when I was mastering the painting arts a little bit too fast. Although probably because I was taking all the prizes from any painting competitions. And talking about competitions, how long is it going to be before she embarks on one of herself? Going on some long distance ride? How many extra spare tires, or inner tubes at least, is she going to have to carry with her? Sure, things are a learning curve, but there's only so many that you can really sit through before it gets a little painful. And considering her younger sister's growing anxiety about what her older sister is up to, how long before there needs to be some sort of intervention? At the point where she starts sleeping with the bike in the bed with her. Or both of them. And considering how much she is pushing, come on, let's go out and go for another ride. We've all got work, we've got stuff to do. How long is it going to be before she starts actually making the plans and people start acquiescing? At least give them a week's notice beforehand. That's what I've learned here. There's not much more I can really say without stating the obvious. Apart from, well, maybe one parent pushing their daughter a little too far in what goes in a acceptable workplace uniform. They're all doing so well, they're working towards what they would like. While also, as was mentioned by someone in the comments, and my own observation at least, I just didn't speak it outright. Yes, I agree. Having people that are out of school range, so many series one that I watch is a high school group of friends doing something. Now, when you're in college or working and past that age range, it might be a little difficult to understand some of the actions when they are a little bit too childish. But then again, who doesn't just love ice cream? Long Riders is fun. I'm glad I started it. Hopefully you're happy about it as well. If I've entertained you, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. Consider subscribing. Join onto my Discord. Probably lots of things I'm forgetting. But make sure to join me for the next one. If you wouldn't just ride past me when I'm in dire need without a second thought, maybe consider joining onto my Patreon. Help the channel change its flat tire. Although at this point, it may be beyond saving. But I really do need to thank Noku, Sal, Croyville, Diego Zenhausen, Guado, Kite, Raywin, Lightwizard91, Shiwan, Tori Jane, and everyone else. For thanks to them, I'm able to continue on for another 100 meters or so.